Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Foxborough. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready? Hut!
And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd down. May. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Ready?
On 3rd and long, here's May. That's caught by Bourne. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. I mean, you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences. It's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a 1st and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
Let's go now. Hut!
They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Set. 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Go!
From out of the gun, here's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here we go, set!
3rd and short, and here is May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. They can't imagine that a defensive coordinator would say, hey, we're just going to have one guy defend you all by himself. And after that last completion on the way back to the huddle,
a throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go. Set.
The lefty right to the air to start. He's going to air this one out. And that one is caught. And he will take this one in. 81 yards. Touchdown, Miami. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Come on, set. Get up.
Here's May to throw it on first down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Working out of the gun, it's May.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
18, Pioneer. Hut.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. Give him 14 on that one. First down, New England.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Ready.
To throw on first down is May. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third?
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Patriots first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way.
That is caught by the tight end. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. That is first touchdown of the new year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Drip. Out.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll throw it left and has his line back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment.
Ready. Watson, Oscar. Hey, 21 TA. Ready, set.
Now a first down throw for Tua. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Good. Corner, long. Solo left Zion. 20, TX.
Tua now on third down. He's got a man. That's Watson. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
I love this decision here. My 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game. That's exactly what they did.
Tua to throw again. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Miami.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Alert!
Gibson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Go!
May to throw on second down. Working free downfield. That's Holt. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Take go.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
79 Broncos.
May now on 1st and 10. Inside the 10, it is caught. He is in. Jalen Holt. Touchdown, New England.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Shotgun snap to Tua. That'll be caught. It's Jalen Wright. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass.
Right
Get
here.
past the first down marker. Be
Let's
friendly
go.
to the quarterback.
Hey.
And then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver.
Solo
Exactly
left
how it
Zion.
played out
Whoa.
here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jelani Tavai.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Shut up! Mustang 19! Panther 11! Panther 11! Ready?
Now, May. Fumbled the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own.
Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. He gets free. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Sly now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Dolphins have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready, ready?
Throwing is May. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Foxborough after this.
Okay, break.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set.
Pistol give to Gibson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
On the ready. Here we go, shot. 19 Lions. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He finds Bell. That's caught. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
A carry now for Gibson. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Go.
Here's May. They'll get this complete. It's poked over the middle. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. A chance here to draw level before the break.
Here we go.
It's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Throw again is May. Over the top. He's got it. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots. And And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Step. Ready. Watson, Oscar.
From the gun, here's Tua. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball.
Get set.
Cross midfield
Hey, 21,
and
here.
go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
This one complete right side. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Ready. Out.
Tua gonna give this to Wright, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
Throwing is Tua. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Corner, long, long. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. 20, TX. 21G, 21G. Ready, set.
Here's Tungo Bailoa. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered,
All right,
Mike, they're not really ever covered.
East right, snug. Alpha.
On 1st down, Tungo Bailoa. He'll go right and find his running back. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Go ahead.
Now a chance to pay off that big play They have it first and goal. Slot man in motion left. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
Ready.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Turbo 1, hard. Hey. Get on.
Now it's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
20 TX.
They put Watson in motion.
Hut.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Clearly, this coach thought this was a moment he could strike. Thought he had a play to get this one in the end zone to take a touchdown lead. But instead, the defense comes up with a huge stop, and we still got ourselves a tie ball.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Go! 18 Rattler. Hook.
Out of the gun, here's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one 1st down, or you're going to put your defense.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you could bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
This is the best starting field position you could ever have. 1st and goal from the 1. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. To throw now, May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose, and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Let's go.
They'll put a receiver in motion right.
Go.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, New England.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simple. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Buffalo 18. Set. 18. Pioneer. Set go.
Working out of the gun. It's May. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Go ahead. Let's go. 8.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Wright.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Get set. Set.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now.
Turbo
and
one,
a
high.
first
Turbo
down
one,
to
high.
boot. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake, it's a sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Hey, 21 TM. Hey. Out.
Tua gonna throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
On the set. Unlock Lion. Unlock Lion. Head up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got room at the 30. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Tempo. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Made out on 1st and 10. That one caught by Polk. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Ready up.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Set.
They'll send him over to the left.
Ready.
3rd and short. And here is May. Open man, left side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They'll run here. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hut, hut.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short
Cup
gain.
19. Cup 19. 79 Bronco. Go.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. One on target, and Colts got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself
Here we go,
protecting a late
Mustang
lead, and
19.
the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Set. Let's go.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. May gonna look to throw. He's got it at the 7.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Go! Chop 60! Chop 60! Hup!
They'll drop to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. He's inside the 30. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Ready!
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Ready!
On the ground, Gibson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set up! Ready, ready!
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and live to play another day. But he kept fighting, broke free, and then look at the play that resulted. Huge game.
First down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Hut, hut.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. He's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd
So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.